You should be ashamed of yourself, Sanwolu. You should be ashamed of yourself. Nigerian soldiers are all over the world. We are in UN. We are everywhere. We're serving the nation to make the country proud. People die in Sambisa Forest. People die in Bronu. People die in Plateau. Everywhere, soldiers are being killed. And the same soldier, I don't blame you at all. If a dirty, bloody civilian like you.
You people that want company. When you arrest for you, come the passenger. Now put in that room. Then you know. Madam, you're a graduate cabinet. You're also taking Okada. And they're taking you one way. And you put it on Facebook. On a road that has done. Is it good? And they will not hit you. You go and fall and you die. They'll say government killed you. What a shame. And we're all praying that you have a better country. Post it and tell people. This is what the kind of thing that you see. In 20 minutes, I'm sure they will still carry another person.
Welcome back. If you have been on this channel and subscribed to it, you probably must have watched the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwolu, arrest a soldier. And the backlash is sort of divided. I mean, there are those who are hitting on the soldier, and there are those who are hitting on the governor of Lagos State. Well, you heard from the army. He's a United Nations army, even though he's a Nigerian. So he's a Nigerian in the United Nations. Well, he has more to say. He said the governor of Lagos State is a bloody civilian. Now, these utterances came as a result of the military rule in Africa, where the soldiers see themselves as higher up and civilians are lower. They call the civilians bloody civilians. Well, in the previous analysis, I read comments, and obviously some of those comments are coming from those who are lawless themselves. Now, I'm not saying the civilian government is not lawless. I'm not saying that Babajide Sanwolu is upright. No, not at all. But what I'm saying is this: two wrong cannot make right. And if we demand for a better society, we should talk about respect for the rule of law. If the military are lawless, civilians are lawless, then what do we have? Praising one, applauding one over the other does not make sense. But in this case, that soldier committed a crime and he had to be arrested. I want you to listen to this soldier express his own thought, and we'll begin to see where we are as a society, where we are heading to. It means when it is the other way around, you can, disrespect the law because you're a soldier. Or you can disrespect the law because you are the governor. Let us watch and we'll talk again.
The executive governor of Lagos State, you are across some Okada riders that go through the wrong way. What the Okada rider did is say good. No, it's not good. They are passing the wrong way. And as a governor, what you did is right. But see a serving military officer that introduced himself to you, a lance corporal, a young soldier that was sent on an errand. And he climbed that Okada. And he was begging you, Mr. Governor. He was begging you that I'm sorry, sir. I'm a soldier. I'm sorry. What do you expect that young guy to say? But because you're an arrogant governor, this ain't one way you passed 2 days earlier. You have been passing wrong way. You have been passing one way in Lagos State. So are you above the law now? The last corporal guy that you arrest there, he has been shot in Bronu. He has a sling in his arm, an iron. He has an iron here. These are the people that fight the terrorists. The bandit that you and your co-workers, you are sponsoring them. And he's there begging you. And you are insulting his father. Go and call your father. This is why I'm going to lock you up. Stupid boy. A governor? I don't blame you. Sanwolu, I don't blame you at all. Because from the beginning, you are out. We know what your brother did during the election in Lagos Island. When he was tormenting the people that follow PDP. We have the video all over. Most of us are serving in the UN. Some are in Sambisa Forest. Some are in Bronu. Christmas Day, people were killing Bokos. None of you say anything. But a soldier that did a mistake by climbing Okada and go through the wrong way. And he was begging you. Let me cast your mind back, Mr. Governor. Fashola was a governor before you. He arrested a colonel, a redneck in Nigerian army, for passing the bus lane. He did it with a humility as a man who is well educated, not a tough like you. Everybody deserves second chance. You should have told that guy, oh, you are an officer, you should know better. Okay, don't do it again. That is the reason why I'm asking you. That's the reason I'm arresting you. See, you're talking like a mubo. Ori e ti daru, ori e. Ori e o ti daru. You want to call him governor? Àwọn táàtù tó ń lò nígboro Èkó, tó ń da Èkó rú, they destroy Lagos. Oh, arrest wọn. Oh, arrest wọn rárá. Sójà ló ń arrest and you ló ń káká sókè. Kí ló dé? You should be ashamed of yourself, Sanwolu. But let me remind you, your 4 years will soon be finished now. Do whatever you like. Torment people of Lagos State. Where's my own governor today? Where's Akeredolu today? You should be ashamed of yourself, Sanwolu. You should be ashamed of yourself. Nigerian soldiers are all over the world. We are in UN. We are everywhere. We're serving the nation to make the country proud. People die in Sambisa Forest. People die in Bronu. People die in Plateau. Everywhere, soldiers are being killed. And the same soldier, I don't blame you at all. If a dirty, bloody civilian like you, because you are chief executive of a state, you are above the law yourself. How many times have you gone through the wrong way? How many times have you gone through the wrong way in Lagos? So you are above the law, right? A young soldier. Check him. He has been shot here. He has an iron. Look at the boy you love. He has an iron in his hand. He has been under my command before. He's just a young soldier. And you make the life that the whole world is about to crack. Nobody's afraid of you. If you lock me, we'll release him, right? Stupid governor like you. Ori e ti daru, Sanwolu. Ori e ti daru. Ojú ma turari lọ́jọ́ kan, òwe àkàlà.
Welcome back. Now, if you look at the statute of the law, you will see that it is blind. What does that signify? It cares less about your status, your creed, your religion. Whatever it is, it cares less about it. That is what the law should be. But when the law is now waived because someone is a military officer, the law is waived because someone is a police officer, the law is waived because someone is the governor, is the president. That is why we have problems in Africa. I'm not saying you do not have problems in the West. You have problems in Europe, in America, in Canada. You have problems, but there is a limit to it. Yes, they have their own problems too. They have corruption. They act lawless instead. They cover up. But the rate of it and the braggadocious attitude of many in Africa, particularly when you occupy a position, it's egregious. It is something. It's cancerous. It's cancerous. As they occupy public office, either as a military officer or governor of a state, they want to ride over the law. The law is now made for the poor people. Now the question is this: if that soldier is not arrested, if Governor Babajide Sanwolu cannot be arrested because he has immunity, if he can be arrested, and after his term as governor, if he cannot be probed, if the president of a country cannot be probed for whatever it is that they do, the decisions that they made, good or bad, you know, presidents, most of the times, they have immunity till death, till the end of their lives. That is why we have a society that cannot function. The law is only meant for the poor, meant for those who are not luminous, those who are not popular, those who are not connected. That's what the law is made for. That is what we are beginning to understand. If it were nobody, like you are nobody, it's okay. You can go to jail. You can go to prison. That law is meant for you. But because we are the so-called elite, as a soldier, as a politician, we are the elite. That's what I'm seeing being played out here. You see, Africa is what it is because of our mindset. The norm, what we've embraced, what we've made to become culture, what we've accepted. Our society is built by us, not aliens. What you accept becomes the law. That's it. What you accept becomes practice. Now, the UN soldier is saying to Babajide Sanwolu, after 4 years, you'll be done with. I picked something from that. So he knows and he realized that the position that Babajide Sanwolu is the reason why he could effect an arrest as the governor, the chief security officer of the state. Position, that's the point. The soldier is also speaking because he knows that he's a soldier. And the other soldier saying, I am a soldier, is speaking because he's in that position. What if nobody is in that position? Then will this soldier speak, the United Nations soldier, will he speak on behalf of that citizen that probably was in a rush to take his father or himself or someone to the hospital because he's sick? Would there have been a waiver or something? It's so sad. It's so sad. Position, lawlessness. Because I am in this position, then I should be waived. And I heard narratives of, he broke his hand, he was shot, he's serving the nation. Everyone is serving in one capacity or the other. One service might be riskier or more dangerous than the other. Yes, I do accept that. That is why we need to reform. We need to reform. Laws need to be looked into, not abused. If a soldier is out on official duty, then he should be dressed and it should be put in law that a soldier can commute in this particular section that civilians cannot commute. That's how you create a system that works. That is if there is an emergency. And I think that this will be part. That's why you have sirens. But he's on a motorbike going on an errand. That is what he is saying. That he's going on an errand. Is it a personal errand or is it official errand? What exactly is this? The same happened to Arise Television TV presenter. He did the same thing and a soldier stopped him. Or is it I think a soldier, a mobile police officer stopped him. And he did the same. Do you know who I am? I have the phone number of the governor. What does that tell you? Arise Television host, this United Nations officer, and the governor, whenever people are given the opportunity to occupy a position or they are connected to those that are in power, they tend to abuse it. They tend to abuse it. This is what Rufai did from Arise Television. The same thing. Lawlessness. Carelessness. Well, I don't know what you think about this. I don't know what you think about this because, Babajide Sanwo-Olu's life was threatened. and they said they are going to deal with him. He was going to be messed up. They are going to erase him. Some soldiers said if they were the one, they would have slapped the governor. They would have dealt with him. That tells you how lawless we've become. No respect for the rule of law. And we are saying justice for Mohbad. This is how it starts. This is how it starts. It starts from this. Oh, justice for Mohbad, but no respect for the rule of law here. Governor is not ready to respect the rule of law. You heard what one soldier accused the governor. If you people need us to do your dirty job, you call on us. They all work together. They are all in cahoots. They work together. They work together to oppress those who do not have a voice. Those who do not have a voice, they are the ones that will go extinct. I don't know what you think about this one. Drop your comment, like and share. See you in the next update.